So welcome back to the Business War Room. I'm your host, Vinny G. Before we get into today's episode, I want to address a question I received about how to support the Business War Room. Now, there's quite a few ways you can go about doing that. One is by liking, subscribing, sharing the podcast. Now, if you want to support the podcast monetarily, you can go to the link in the description. You can buy us a cup of coffee. We have memberships. We have one-time donations. We also have one-on-one consultations, as well as I'm going to be putting out a charge more with confidence script that's going to basically help your service representatives and technicians introduce new rates with quiet authority and handle pushbacks. So you're going to be getting rebuttals, how to frame it, your tone, etc. So if you want to support the podcast, those are 3 ways you can. So let's get into today's episode. So if you're an entrepreneur, I want to share with you today 7 lessons that should register with you intellectually. Now, they will unsettle you, but hopefully reshape your approach and make you more honest about who you are as a leader and as a human being. See, entrepreneurial power is a 2-edged sword of favor and fear. The most effective managers I've trained know precisely how to match intimidation to wield and when to reward. Too much fear breeds silent resentment. Too much generosity invites exploitation. Myself, I've often defaulted to kindness, believing empathy alone could inspire peak performance. But this made me realize that respect sometimes requires firm boundaries. Since realizing this, I've experimented with more deliberate recognition programs balanced by clear accountability measures, and I've watched both morale and productivity rise. You might be asking why? Because information asymmetry is your greatest asset. See, in my world, knowledge isn't merely power. It's the currency that people trade for confidence. Revealing too much undercuts your leverage, while revealing too little erodes trust. For those that know me, I'm an open book type, sharing every detail to build camaraderie. So after wrestling with the lessons here, I now curate what I share, strategic updates with my entire team, while sensitive pivots remain between stakeholders until the moment is right. You might be asking the result. My team feels more informed without being overwhelmed, and critical initiatives retain their element of surprise. See, your reputation in business precedes your reality. Every rumor, whisper, or suggestion about your competence matters more than facts themselves. Now, let me remind you, people act on perceptions, not on the underlying truth. I undervalued my personal brand, trusting that good work would speak for itself. But I learned that I needed to craft narratives about my successes, not only visually and verbally, to signal capability. I started sharing concise win stories in all hands-on meetings, and suddenly external partners approached us with opportunities I didn't even solicit. See, loyalty must be continually earned. Let me bluntly assert that loyalty is not a one-time transaction. It's a living, breathing contract renewed day by day through gestures both large and small. I assume my founding team was perpetually invested because we endured tough early days together. This jolted me into instituting regular check-ins, professional development, stipends, and small tokens of gratitude. I've been surprised how these gestures, often as simple as a handwritten note after a big bid win, renews commitment in ways money alone never could. You have to master patience because it outlasts impulse. In the entrepreneurial chess game, every move is planned years in advance. Rash decisions invite vulnerability. Long gambits yield true dividends. See, at one time in my life, I was notoriously impatient, always chasing the next big release or funding milestone. But I've started mapping 3 to 5 year strategic quiet phases where we refine processes, invest in culture, and build relationships off stage. It's hard to resist the allure of quick wins, but I'm already seeing the patience breeds deep. Always remember your emotions are tools, not shackles. I've always portrayed emotions as potential liabilities, unless harnessed with discipline. Anger can motivate, apathy can persuade, fear can focus only if channeled rather than indulged. As someone who feels everything deeply, I found this both liberating and daunting at the same time. I've begun practicing emotional checkpoints before key meetings, pausing to name my feelings and deciding how to leverage them strategically. This small ritual has sharpened my composure and clarity under pressure. The long game is the only game worth playing. Above all, I champion endurance. Entrepreneurial empires crumble when their leaders chase short-term gain. True influence grows over decades. My mindset used to be quarterly centric, hitting metrics, closing deals. Since finishing my transformation, I've drafted a 10-year vision that ties every project back to an enduring mission. Building an organization that outlives any single leader. It's given me a renewed sense of purpose and a framework for every tactical decision. These changes will take you out of comfortable conventions and into a world where power is measured in whispers as much as in boardroom etiquettes. Its ruthless pragmatism can feel cold, yet it taught me to marry compassion with resolve, transparency with discretion, and ambition with patience. If you're prepared to confront the raw mechanics of leadership, warts, egos, and all this, this episode will not just challenge you, it will change you. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Business War Room Podcast. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us all over social media, and we'll see you all on the next episode. Peace.